and it should be 7:40 in India. And today is 11th of January 2025. And today is our weekly session number 231 of our WeAreOne group. And today's topic of learning session is awareness and spiritual awakening. So we'll understand what is awareness and the different aspects of awareness and why it is important for our spiritual awakening or in overall spiritual journey. So this is not a new topic. We have discussed with this about earlier, but there are many who join new into our group, and many are like to know more about the detail. The awareness and understanding is important. So awareness part I will explain today. Understanding of that. Yeah. So first is understanding. We need to understand exactly what it is, and then we'll go to the awareness. What is awareness? I will explain today. But both are, it called the two wings of the bird of our spiritual journey. Awareness and understanding, both are important. And but this gives the power to our spiritual journey and the direction of our spiritual journey, which direction will go, we'll achieve the goal or not. And, in this lifetime, which direction will go, that depends like a bird, the tail of the bird, which is the rudder of the bird. And that rudder for our spiritual journey is love and gratitude, or you can say attitude and gratitude to the divine, or, so Guru Tattva, to whom you get this, the path connection, that Guru Tattva, we have to be grateful, and more grateful you are, genuinely grateful, deep gratitude, faster you reach towards your goal, because that is like a tail of a bird. Without the tail is, somehow it is tied or something like that, then bird cannot fly. Bird will be like it makes round and fall down. It cannot fly high. So that is important. So out of the two wings of the spiritual journey, we will discuss today about the awareness. It's the first wing of the spiritual journey and its implications. Okay. Now, question is, what is awareness? We actually, normally in our society, awareness have been used in many, many places, and like a COVID awareness, awareness of the rules and regulations, traffic laws, and awareness of the, law of the country, or awareness of the social norms, something like you are visiting somebody else's house in maybe another state. So their social or cultural issues are different. So, and you have to be aware of that before you visit there. Otherwise, you may unknowingly offend someone, and because some of the things are accepted in some cultures, but it is not accepted in another one. Some aspect is tolerable in some society, but in another society, that is a great offense. You should not, do like that. Like suppose the cultural wise here into the Middle Eastern countries, you cannot sit keeping your foot, bottom of your foot facing anyone. It is a great offense here. In maybe Europe, they don't mind. You sit whatever way you want. But here, if you sit like sitting on a chair, maybe in the airport, cross-legged, but your bottom of your feet is seen, it is taken as an offense. I'm just giving an example. Like that. There are a few cultural things. So what we need to do if we visit in that country, you have to be aware of the norms. We should not unnecessarily doing something. Some maybe the etiquette codes are there, or maybe dress codes are there, or maybe the talking. Some places the talking is allowed, some places talking is not allowed. So those kind of things we have to be aware before we visit, so that we don't unknowingly, like do into some kind of break any rules or norms into that. So that is the awareness. This is a kind of awareness we normally know. So you should be aware before you go and things like that. Do's and don'ts and things like that. But in the spirituality, awareness is not that. It is not about something you study and you come to know about it. It is not called awareness. Awareness, if in I'm just sharing my understanding of awareness. So it is a direct first-hand knowledge of the truth. What direct first-hand means? You cannot hear it from somebody, yeah? Or you cannot read it somewhere. It is through your internal, the connections. When you develop that connection, you have to. Then it is get downloaded. The truth, the higher truth, the universal truth, or any thing which is directly get downloaded to you. That kind of thing, when that get downloaded, that is called your awareness. So more you can, go to that different aspects of life, then more aware you are. So spiritual awareness means direct first-hand knowledge of the truth. And direct is very important. Like, it cannot be heard by somebody. If somebody, you have heard it somewhere, read it in books or scriptures even, or any religious texts, or it is also, somebody, maybe wise people are saying, or even your guru is telling, but that knowledge is not your first-hand knowledge. Yeah. So guru can help you to understand something. Guru can share his or her truth. Anybody can share. That's no doubt about it. But understand that is not your awareness. That is Guru's awareness. Guru is just sharing. So for you, first you have to understand it, maybe mentally or intellectually and things like that, but that is not your awareness. Your awareness is when you experience that firsthand, experiential understanding, not theoretical, not intellectual understanding. When it will be experientially, you understand that will be your truth. And that will top up your awareness. More aware, more you can get into that. You can, whatever your query, you send it to the divine, you get direct answer. And at one point of time, you will have a multiple answers. You are aware of it. You are aware of many things, how universe works, or the divine messages, or your guidance, or issues about your life, and knowledge about your past lives, and whatever, and many things. Then you call it your awareness. So how awareness makes the difference? It makes the difference. Just as you are all aware, I'm just mentioning aware, but it is, as you know, that at soul level we are all equal. Yeah, our soul knows everything. So that means it is not about the soul. Soul cannot be aware of something because it is already aware of everything. It is connected with the universal consciousness. It knows everything. It is our lower self, the physical body, need to know, And the best way is a connection is from our inner guru, our higher self, or soul consciousness that we got downloaded. That is the intermediary, you can say. But it has to be your unique, means you have to download, of course, through your higher self, but it will be not listened from any external world. It should be directly downloaded from your higher self. And that increases your awareness of the lower self. Okay? Am I sound complicated? I just repeat. Awareness is not a parameter of the soul. Because all our souls, each one of us knows everything. Okay? All the truth are known. So at soul level, awareness doesn't matter because it is only known. It is aware of everything. Only our lower self, the incarnated body, the physical body, or mind, body, intellect, this package, we may not know all those things. We are not, knowing everything. So our knowledge get increased through our experiences. And this knowledge of the truth, we cannot get it from the external world. It should be direct firsthand. Because the moment it comes from external source, it is a version. It is of somebody's opinion or view or somebody's experience shared. It is not yours. So experientially, you cannot have that. like taking a food. If somebody has, say, eaten a, say, cake, okay? So suppose a black forest cake, the person is eating. And sharing it is very good, nice, tasty, and all this thing. It is that person's experience, no? His or her experience, not yours. You can know how it looks like, how it tastes as per that person. Everything can be known, but you will not know it unless until you have it. You have it yourself. And that is the truth, and that is awareness. So question is, are you aware of how a black forest cake tastes? Your answer will be yes, if you have tasted it. If you have seen it, somebody else, learn about it, study about it, it is not added to your awareness. It is a knowledge, theoretical knowledge. Yes, it may or may not be true. Okay. So I hope I explained that what is the difference between the normal knowledge getting from any sources or the awareness of the truth. It is experiential understanding. For that, you need not to study anything. That person may not be in the literally terms a knowledgeable person or educated person. That maybe is a villager having a zero education, formal education. But that person can be very well aware, highly spiritual in the awareness level. So in other words, it is a scale of your spiritual progress. Okay. Like the difference between a common person and spiritual person is common person, they have a very limited understanding of the truth and almost zero and direct first-hand experience of the truth. Whereas those who are in a spiritual journey, they having during meditation, etc., they have a glimpses of the truth. That glimpses of the truth, they can, during the deep meditation, they go in, they have something, but when they come out of that goes. But slowly, during your sadhana, you get more and more awareness of the truth. Of course, the external guru and others, they will help you out. They can teach you how to get into that mode where you can download things. Those can be taught. But experience itself, no. How can experience itself can be taught? Like maybe somebody can tell you where to get that cake or how to make the cake, which are the ingredients you need. And you can prepare it and eat it. Then only it will be your experience. But before that, no. But it can be made available to you. That much can be done. Externally, somebody can put it in front of you, then you can eat and you know it. Same here. So the external guru can go up to that level where he can teach you how to eat it, means in spiritual terms, how to reach there in that level, how to download, what are the things. Even the external guru or guide can verify if you have experience that it is true experience or it is your mind game. Yeah, those can be confirmed. But experience itself, that cannot be given. That should be direct first hand. Okay? Right. So we are saying that different people having different spiritual level, all of us, in any group also, there are, it is said that nobody is lower than anyone and nobody is higher than anyone and nobody is equal to anyone either. How it is possible? Because we are all unique. We are walking our unique spiritual path. All our paths are different. So that how much in our unique path we first-hand downloaded that truth, we experience, that measures our percentage of awareness of our own path, not as somebody else. So basically, all of us, we are in the different level of awareness. For awareness development, we use a lot of tools, of course. We use somebody else's knowledge, we can get technique, or we can go to some place with the high energy, our awareness can develop fast. We call Shakti Sthal. So all those things are possible. But you have to have also there is another issue is your certain level of awareness help you to achieve the higher level of awareness. Means not everybody can jump a tree. To go to the top of the tree, go step by step, or in the steps. You cannot directly go to the 25th step of a staircase. Okay, same here. Awareness wise, you have to slowly go up, up and up and up. So from 24, you can go to 25, but directly you cannot go. But these kind of steps, how long it will be, how many it will be, it will depend on your unique spiritual path. And your guru or guide are aware of your path, but they cannot walk on behalf of you. If somebody is saying that I will do something and you get enlightened, that person is not telling the truth. Okay. So, because ultimately you have to, maybe, your guru can walk in front of you, show the every step, that is possible. But guru cannot walk on your behalf. Same like eating food. Okay. If your guru eats, your stomach will not be full, right? They can say, oh, look, this is how it is eaten. That is how your stomach gets filled and you will get energy. Will you get it? No. All right. So it is your first-hand experiential understanding that makes you top up your awareness. And what we learned is all our awareness trajectory are unique. We cannot copy from each other. So it is important in your path, how much percentage you achieve so far, that is your progress. That is called a spiritual progress. We are in a different level of awareness at our own unique path. Masters are those who has already arrived at the level where they need not to know anything else. They are already connected. So it is not an infinite path. It is awareness. They come a plateau, like it's going to a certain level, of course, and then go to the plateau. And that up to that level, it can be that. Enlightenment, everything is lit up, means there is no dark area left. So you are aware of everything what a human body you are supposed to know, or your path. It is every area of your path is lit. There is no such thing, any further journey left or path left or any eyes in darkness or anything like that. Everything is successfully completed. You completed your path, and that is, you can say, that is your enlightenment happened. Yeah. So it is also like, you can say, the climbing the mountain peak. So same mountain peak, everybody is climbing. So guru has reached there already. So that is called the plateau, means no further place there to go up or climb up or something. Already the summit has happened, the peak has reached. But from that position, all other routes can be seen, like a mountain example, so that guru or master can guide others. You come this way, don't go that way. There is a big rock you cannot climb. You come this way. This is the kind of guidance guru can give, because guru has already reached to that the peak of that mountain. No further journey for him or her. But from that position, that is the advantageous position. When 360 views are there, all sides of mountain is viewed. Yeah. And so any path, any unique path, anyone is taking, the guru can look, stand from that position and show that come this way, come that way, and guide them and get a guidance. Okay. That is how it has been done. All right. Now we'll go into the different elements of awareness development. Different areas of awareness development is, before I go to those detail, I have small announcement to make here. So these our weekly sessions, we do it every Saturday. So next Saturday and next Sunday, I'll be in Delhi. I'll be attending one function. So next weekly session, I will reach there by Friday early morning. But next weekly session, I will conduct on Friday, similar one on Friday evening, not on Saturday. Okay, I will mention it into the group, but just all of you who are present here. So I'll be doing from, physically I'll be present in Delhi, but I'll be holding this group session on Friday evening, same time. I will notify that, and because I'll be busy on Saturday and Sunday morning also. Most likely I'll not be able to hold that our weekly live session, but Saturday session next, already we have a gap due to our Indore and our Europe tour. So I don't want to give any further gap. So we'll do it on Friday, next Friday. Okay, same time. timing wise, no issues. But only thing is Saturday I will not be available, so we'll do it on Friday. That is a small announcement. Okay. I will put that into our group also, but I just informed you in advance so that if you have some other work in the Saturday, you can go ahead and I'll do that one. But make sure you are available same time. Like in India, so 7:30 to 9:30, same time I will be having our next weekly session number 232. Okay. All right. Now let's go with the further elements of that awareness development. So when we go into the awareness development, as I mentioned, it should be our own direct experience, individual experience. It cannot be borrowed, and it cannot be, somebody else cannot have, that way, or reading something or seeing some video, etc. It is not possible. Okay. There is nothing wrong in seeing and, getting to know about somebody else's experience and all, nothing wrong in that. But that will not make you enlightened, and you cannot claim that is a part of your awareness. Theoretical knowledge, yes, you can be knowledgeable, but you will not be high scale in the awareness. Okay, first is the breath awareness. So breath of our own breath, we have to be aware of it. We are breathing all the time. It is not something new that you have to start from tomorrow. We are all the time we are breathing. Only thing, you have to be aware of your breath. Normal people, they live a unconscious life. Unconscious doesn't mean they fainted. Okay, I'm not talking that unconscious. I'm talking spiritually not conscious. That they are not spiritually aware. So starting point is your breath awareness. Awareness of your own breathing. Why it is important to awareness of your own breathing? Because all spiritual experiences happen only when the mind is at the present moment or now moment. Okay, then what is to do with the breathing then? All right. Breathing, when we focus on our breathing, we cannot follow the breathing we took yesterday, or neither we can follow the breathing we are going to take tomorrow. So when we start focusing on our breathing, our attention, focus automatically come to the present moment. More intensely we follow, that much thoughts get reduced and we come to the present moment. Our awareness develops, our connection with the higher self, etc. develops, and then we are having the spiritual experience. If our mind is not in the present moment, we cannot have any spiritual experience. So first is the mind has to be this present moment, and chattering of the mind need to stop. Like it is called internal noise. The thoughts I call internal noise. Masters are those at their will if they can stop the thought. Or if they want to think about something, they bring it and start and then it goes. But automatic, normal people have automatic coming different minds and thoughts, chattering, that's called chattering. 95% of them having no use, unnecessary thinking. They take a lot of our energy away, but ultimately it doesn't give any benefit, add on any value to our life other than taking away the energy. If we have a mastery on our mind and stop unnecessary thoughts, so if a 95% unnecessary thought we can stop, that energy goes into our body to raise our vibration, cellular vibration, and that helps us to go further on our spiritual journey. Okay, so anyway, so it starts with your breath awareness. We have to just close our eyes and focus on the breathing. We do it as a first step of our 6-step meditation, like we call it Anapan Sati Dhyan. Okay, An means breathe in, Apan means breathe out, Sati means witnessing. Anapan Sati Dhyan is the way for the breath awareness. Being in the breath awareness, having also in another advantage. When we are aware of the breath, it is like a protection shield of all negativity. If you're aware, like guards are there in front of the door, because we are aware, because of the light of awareness, that area is lit. So negativity cannot enter into our body. And that is why this particular breath awareness is also known as Bhairav Mudra. Bhairav, you have seen some, Rakshas type of face outside the many temples in India. So their job is like Kal Bhairav or Bhairav basically. When anybody comes into the negativity, before entering the temple, they chew the negativity and throw it out. So when they enter the temple, they have no negativity. Okay. They maintain the sanctity of the temple premises. Okay. That is their job, like a guard. Any guard will not allow any unauthorized person to enter into the territory and enter into the temple. Same there. It is only there. It is energetic. Okay. So Bhairav Mudra, that is called. So this is about the temple, physical temple. But the physical body is also, next is the body awareness. And we practice it as a second step, or Kaya Upasana. Kaya means physical body, Upasana. So why we have to be aware of our physical body? Because that is, being aware of our physical body is a way to energetically clean our body. Physical body is, in Sanskrit, it is known as sadhan. And it is, sadhan means for sadhana. Or in other words, in English, it is a place, physical place, which gets you to the connected to your consciousness or soul consciousness. So, like a temple we go, or any prayer place, or church or mosque, or the places we go to pray so that we can connect to the divine. Our physical body is also like that. It is a physical space which we need to connect to our higher self or the divine. So now, if its body is, that's why it is called temple of the soul. And it is our duty to maintain the sanctity, the purity, and the cleanliness of this physical structure, which is sadhan. So, okay, physical we all know, like we take bath and all this thing. It is not about that. It is basically the energetic cleansing. And that energetic cleansing, again, it is like awareness is like a laser beam that has to go to each and every part of your body. And when that laser beam goes into all, we become aware of the body, and that is how it gets clean and maintain the purity. Okay. So, and that is what we practice in the second step, our 6-step meditation, Kaya Upasana. But purpose, I just explained it to you. That is the purpose. Be aware of your own body, different part of your own body. Normal people, they live their life, but they are not aware of their own body. Okay, they're just like an automatic motion. Anything changes your life, in their life, quickly they come to some new habit pattern and they go as per the habit, not actually be aware of that. So in this also, each and every part of our body has their own individual consciousness. They are having individual feeling. Yeah. So while Kaya Upasana, normally we ignore everything. We say, who cares? But it is part of your body. You can actually, you feel what that part of your body is feeling. So suppose, for example, your feet, bottom of your feet. You are sitting and that bottom of it touching a ground, or it is inside a shoe or sandal or someplace. In that, suppose you're wearing a shoe. So it will got its own feeling. How to be inside the shoe, the bottom of the feet, there is sole there, and maybe the enclosed there is some hot, cold or something, or maybe a little bit sweating and all. These are the feeling your feet they are feeling. Or if you're barefoot, then maybe you feel the coldness of the floor and things like that. Or maybe a little bit, some sand particle below your feet, you can feel that something is there. Okay. Normally, you are not aware of that. You take it for granted. But this time, you have to be aware of that. And that is how you can energize them. By just simply being aware, you can energize them, you can heal them. If there is anything that can be healed, same way, in the light of awareness, your body, that particular portion of the body get healed. Suppose there is any further, even in the Kaya Upasana, we also use it for healing a particular, if there is any physical area which is paining or, not comfortable, if you focus there and breathe in and breathe out, give more pranic energy, and it will be healed. Okay. So those also we start. So that is the body awareness, physical Kaya Upasana, physical body, awareness of the different parts of the body and all those kind of things. Yeah. Also, we can see how the body is interacting to the outside environment. This is a part of the Kaya Upasana. Even though we practice it in the sixth step, because sixth step, again, we go into the higher level. I will come to that later on. But it is also, if you practice in the second step also, this is good. How not only part of the body, scanning the body, also how it is interacting with the outside environment. So these are all part of the awareness of the physical body. Okay, next is what? Next is thought awareness, awareness of thoughts. Initially, I'm not, just leave those masters who has full control over the thoughts. Normal people, thoughts are flowing through their mind all the time. Different types of thoughts and all those things. So it is important to go to the level of mastery in the thought. It is important to be aware of the thoughts first. How we can be aware of our own thoughts? You start with observation. Observe the nature of the thoughts. It is like, suppose you wanted to know one busy street junction in a city, maybe you need to develop some kind of solution, traffic solution. First, what you need to do, you have to go there and wait, observe from outside and see the different directions from where the vehicles are coming, what type of signals are there, what kind of vehicles are passing, how fast they are passing, how many lanes are there. Is all the lanes of the cars are being used, or some of them preferentially people use a certain area, not the others? Or is there any footpath? If the people are there, footpath is free, people are walking, or the footpath is occupied, people are coming on the streets, it affects the traffic. So anyway, where the people cross the roads and all those kind of things. So everything is you are observing. So you can say that you are developing awareness of that road junction. So once you observe, then you will understand that everything follows a certain pattern, and patterns are repetitive. Like when one kind of gari, what is their behavior, how fast they cross the junction, how they enter the junction, do they stop before entering or not, and where are the traffic signals, whether people in the right place or not, or people can see them or not, even if they see them, whether they are following that or not, everything you will come to know. So these kind of things, when you can get the first-hand experience of that and take all this, register all the information there, that develops your awareness. So knowing an issue, problem is half solved. So if there is any, you have to give a solution to the traffic issues, then you can develop some idea how to control the traffic better without stopping everything. Maybe you say if point A to B, if we put a flyover, then 80% of the problem of the junction will be solved. That is your idea, to give that flyover or maybe subway. Or if you say the people crossing, we should give a overbridge. We don't need a flyover, but we need this 2 or 3 overbridges here and there. Or maybe you have too much interference from the footpath to the road. So if you put some kind of barrier or the fencing, then people will be only able to allow and cross a certain area. Anyway, I hope you got the point. So from where the solutions came, it came just understanding the issue better. And how you understand the issue better, you keep observing. A certain period of time you observed. It is not like you came and you know everything. No, you have to observe them, study them, and repeatability for prolonged duration. Maybe you are visiting the junction more, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, continuously, every day you are watching. What is the behavior? Which time it gets peak? Which time is the lowest? What are the other issues and happens? Yeah. Suppose you find out a particular, say, at the morning 7 a.m. one water tanker goes and their water tanker is leaked and they make all this, the roads slippery through water. Yeah. So you need to take some action so that water doesn't, the tanker, at least they notified, please repair the tanker before you do, or you can fine or whatever, so that you don't make this things dirty. So like that. So you can collect many information, and based on the information, the first-hand experience of that observation, you can come to some kind of solution. Same with your thoughts. The nature of the thought is it is always moving. So what you need to do is to get the characteristic to solve this issue of unnecessary thoughts. First, you need to know what are the kind of thoughts you are thinking and what is their nature, and think that from where, how long they last, which time is more, or which triggers more thoughts and which dumps, many thoughts, which are the situation you face and things like that. So from that, this awareness of the thoughts, more you are aware of the thought, then the power of consciousness come into play. When the power of consciousness come into play, then your thoughts get reduced slowly. The number of thoughts per minute get reduced. And one point of time, under intense observation, they can even stop. How to understand this phenomenon? It will happen. You need not do anything. If you forcefully try to stop the thought, it will be counterproductive. It will not stop, more thought will come. Yeah. If you force them to stop. How to understand that? Suppose one room, maybe some children birthday is there, so many children gathered in somebody's house. So maybe one room is dedicated for the children, small children, maybe 3 or 4 years and this kind of thing. So they are shouting and jumping on the bed and throwing pillow to each other and all. They are, laughing loudly or whatever they are doing. They are enjoying themselves. Now, if one adult enters into the room and just simply observe, the adult is not scolding anyone and asking anything to stop or, any threat or punishment, nothing. Simply enters the room, suddenly you will see the activity of children has come down to the minimum. Just because some adult is watching, it is automatic. Nobody taught them, because this is a natural principle, normal phenomenon. Same as when we observe our thought, they are like a naughty these boys. So it will get reduced and it will be in order. So it will go one by one like a good boy, something like that. So that will happen. So anyway, so that is about normally we practice it into our third step in our 6-step meditation. It's also known as Chitta Upasana. Okay, so from here, so we'll go, once we understand that, so then we have to, not only these thoughts, we give the awareness, we have to go next higher level is continuously watching the thoughts, like at different parts of the thoughts. Simple observation is not good enough. We have to be continuously observe them, and then it is, because otherwise the moment we reduce that focus, more thoughts will enter. So it should be continuously watchful so that you get the benefit of that reduced kind of thoughts. This continuously watching, that is also our practice 4th step. what is Nirantara Upasana, continuously watching, continuously be aware. Or that is say the continuously watching like a lens, no? Like eyelid sometimes get dropped, but in the lens never stops. You know? Same way. So we have to be continuously working, observing. That is a skill that we need to learn. That is skill we learn in our fourth step. That it is Nirantara Upasana. Okay. What is that? This continuous thing also give rise when we apply into or anything flowing. In that sense, anything flowing, you will realize that it is not flowing actually continuously. It is part of different segments of it, and there is in between. There is some gap there. It is not continuous. It may appear continuous. It is like suppose you are standing in a railway platform, and the express train is passing from the other side. Yeah, so you are standing in one platform. It didn't stop. You just passed through that particular station. If you're not aware, it looks like one kind of solid train has been passed through. So when they start and end, you will know. When before it comes and after it goes, you will realize it is gone. But if you increase your awareness, you be watchful and continuously focusing on the body of the train, you will be able to see the gap between two compartments. It will not look like a solid one. More intensely you watch, then you get those kind of gap between two compartments. If you give more focus to those gaps, even you will be able to see what is happening on the other side, the platform there. Means you can say you will basically be seeing through that train. But it all depends upon the level of concentration you are giving. So this is particular issue is called gap awareness, to going beyond obvious levels. So if we can say that, say in the sky, there clouds are, many clouds are flowing. So if you focus on the clouds, you will get the different shape of the clouds. But if you're not focusing on the cloud, body of the cloud, you're only focusing that, the gap between two clouds, then you will able to see the sky, the other side of the level of the cloud much, much better. And in fact, that is the way through going beyond that level. So this is called the gap awareness. And we also practice the Sandhikal Jagruta. So that is also part of it. When we start, earlier stage also, the focus on the gaps when you continuously observing, but finally we'll get into the gap, into the breathing, and then we find the Sandhikal. In that Sandhikal, in our breathing, then the Sandhikal, that is the place where oxygen, we breathe in the oxygen, that oxygen get converted into the energy, which is pranic energy. So that is a conversion point between oxygen and the energy. Oxygen is a physical thing. It's a gas. No? It is available in the atmosphere. Through the body, when we inhale, just at the gap, the Sandhikal, it converts into prana, the energy. So what we do, we have to be aware of that prana which is being created at the Sandhikal. Because that is where the actual transition from any physical element like a gas named oxygen is converts into the energy called prana. So if we can be aware of the prana, the pranic energy, that will be our vehicle to go into the energy dimension. So we will use that particular point as a transition point between the physical level and the energy level. So that is why it is important to be aware of our own prana. And through the breathing, we go to this sandhikal, and from there we go into the higher, the higher dimensions. It's energy dimension first, which is connected further. So that is the purpose. In other words, that sandhikal, not sandhikal itself, the phenomenon happen at the sandhikal is actually in the physical dimension and the energy dimension. That is a transition point. You can call it a portal or anything. That is where it gets transferred. And if we are aware of that, it automatically takes us through the next stage. Okay, just being aware of it. Rest of the thing, energy will do by itself. So simply you have to be aware to take advantage of this transition from this oxygen into the prana. And if we are aware, we are with it, we get with the prana further. And this process is called the awareness of prana. You have to be aware of the energy when you entering into your body. Okay. All right. So then when you go to the energy dimension, then what next? Then from the energy dimension, you experience yourself. Our self is not a physical body. We having 7 layers. We have, like in the Vedic time, they call Panchkosha, 5, but there are 2 more higher levels. Basically, 5 and above, they combine into 5. So it is the Anandamaya Kosha, but in our understanding, there are 7. So beyond that also, there are 2 more, which makes you, the energy system of you. It starts with the physical, but from the second it got energy, and then emotional body, then causal body, the emotional body, then knowledge body, then causal body, then spiritual body, then nirvanic body. So nirvanic is not a body, it's merged with universal consciousness. But anyway, so your physical is a small level. When you say your second step, you do your physical body awareness, that is only physical. But here, as you are aware of the prana, so energy dimensions and above you come to know. Know means experience, first hand. And that is called experience of the self. Self doesn't mean physical body only. It means the package, including the higher bodies, okay, which is not seen in the physical eyes. Only in the energy level it can be seen. If you work on your vibrations, you will be higher the vibration, higher level of bodies you can see, and like different layers, and those are called aura. So if you enhance your cellular vibration, you come to a stage when you will be able to see the aura of other people, or all the plants and animals, they have their own aura. Even the natural, like a mother nature, like a forest or a mountain, they have their own aura. So if you go to any place of the mountain, the different layers of the mountain, if it is a clear day, not raining or not clouded, clear day, sun has not rise yet, very early morning, if you go look at the top line, the ridge of the mountain, you will see the very big layer of the aura of that mountain. Even you can see it in the flowers also, there is a layer there, but it cannot be seen if the light is too strong, like a direct sunlight, you cannot see it. Little bit of, it is a transition time in the like early evening time, dusk time, or before sunrise, you'll be able to see much better. If you observe and your own vibration is high, you will be able to see them in the naked eye. Those are called aura. So these are all that awareness of being. So you will be able to be aware of your being. Yeah, and that is not limited to the physical body. The higher levels, you can experience yourself. Yeah. So when we can, the awareness of the self, also the prana, we can also experience. We normally start with our heart, because the heart is beating all the time, and because of that energy, we get it into the all over our cells and etc. So if you're aware of that, then it will be the starting point of experiencing yourself, all package, not only physical body. So how to go from the physical body, the heart, because we're not limited to the heart. We go to the heartbeat, the synchronistic movements, that rhythm can take you higher. It will not get limited to the physical heart only. You can just go into the feeling, and through feeling, you can feel the higher bodies. Intellectually, you may not know, but through normal eyes, you may not see. But if you raise your vibration, you can feel them, your higher bodies. Yeah, you can feel them, and certain layers you can see in the naked eye also. That is the thing. But actually, you have to feel that. You need not necessarily have to see in the naked eye, not necessary. But it is possible. Few layers we can see. Yeah. Okay, so next is about the multi-point awareness. If you come to this level, then it is much beyond the mind level. The mind level has already, you have crossed at when you are doing the continuously observing them. As I was saying, the more continuous observe, number of thoughts comes down, etc. And through the gap, if you go to the prana, that thoughts almost disappears, because it depends upon how intense you are focusing. Thought has one characteristic. In thought cannot concentrate more than one thing at a time. That is the nature of the thought. So if we go in the high vibrational state, like being aware of our own, own self and going higher in that level, then also we are using something higher faculty than our mind. So in the higher bodies, you can say we're using them, and our more higher we go, that much multiple things we can be aware at simultaneously. The characteristic of mind is mind cannot focus more than one thing at a time. If you're focusing on something, something else attention get withdrawn from that. That is the nature of the mind. But what we do is, through some practices, we engage mind into too many things at the same time. Under pressure, mind get dropped. It get failed. It cannot reach to that. When the mind gets dropped, then our higher faculty of our being, they take up. And that higher faculty is our awareness. So our awareness takes up, and awareness, it can actually register multiple things simultaneously. In fact, actual power is infinite. But initially, of course, you cannot reach up to the infinite level, but more 3, 4, 5 things at a time you'll be aware. Now, this particular aspect, we call it multi-point awareness. When you reach to the multi-point awareness, your mind has dropped already. Otherwise, multi-point awareness is not possible. You concentrate on one, another thing will go. So, in other words, being aware of multi-point awareness, the mind gets dropped automatically. So we become exposed to our higher experiences. What are the higher experiences? The next few steps goes into that. First, we have a direct experience of our soul consciousness, or our inner guru, or higher self. So this part, whatever soul knows, you become aware of that. And this particular stage in the spiritual journey is called Atma Vyapti, expanded self, yourself. You're fully aware of yourself. This self is not lower self, it is a higher self. So this is the awareness of the soul consciousness. Actually, it is what I feel, it is not good to use awareness and consciousness together here. So you can say it is experience of soul consciousness, not awareness of soul consciousness. Awareness means that you are outside it, so you are just observing or thing like that. But in this soul consciousness, it is not that. This, you can say that it is experiencing itself. From this particular level where it is called that awareness is aware of itself. No one is witnessing, no one is experiencing. You are self-experienced, you are aware of yourself. That is the key of Atma-Vyapti. Yeah. So that is what it is. It is you are feeling yourself. You are not observing yourself. You are experiencing who you are. And I also that mentioned during guided meditation, you are actually multidimensional being, a human explanatory. That is the truth. However, that truth, it is my experience. I am just sharing right now. Earlier also shared. I'm saying right now also I'm sharing. That is my experience. But you need to experience this yourself. Maybe it will be little different than what I'm telling you. It's possible because all of us are unique. Our own experience may be different than maybe others and even our guru. That is quite possible. That is what should be, because we are all our own. The being is unique. So our experience should be unique. There can be something common, of course, yes, but otherwise not everything common. It is not possible. It is a beauty of the creation. The beauty of the creation is it created individually each and every one different. Okay. Even the different tree gives a different fruit. Even same tree is giving different fruit. Each one of them are different than each other. Even though the color is same, shape is same, but still dimensionally, taste-wise, and things like color, tinge-wise, they will be different. They are unique. Same, we are also like that. But so somebody else cannot experience you 100%. They can only have an idea of who you are, what you are constructed with. Okay, that is their idea. But they cannot have the experience who you are, except you yourself. And only thing, whatever the spiritual practice, we call it spiritual awakening about your own self. Get up from the sleep of ignorance and experience yourself. It is omnipotent, omni-known, omnipowerful, omnipresent, and everything, all the characteristics it is having. Experience that yourself firsthand. Now that you be 100% aware of yourself. Yeah, that is the goal of the spiritual journey. Anyway, then what? Then also through that, with our higher self or this our individual consciousness is not enough. We need to understand the whole creation experientially. Only knowing ourselves, even higher self, is not good enough. That journey, you can say that is the beyond enlightenment. You got enlightened because you are fully aware of yourself. Yeah. Then you goes into the multi-dimensions. There in Vedic language, they say 14 loka. Means there are different domains, different loka. I'm not going into that. It will be a theoretical understanding only. Understand there are levels and the higher dimensions. So there are different levels. You can go there. Something termed as immediate next one is called Pitrulok. Pitrulok is after death. People normally go there directly. But then other Isulok, the Rishi Lok, Devlok, and many other things are there. Anyway, so all these dimensions, they're in different dimensions. So you have to, you have to have experience of those dimensions. You can visit there, you can communicate with them, you can gather knowledge from them, or, you come back and, share that knowledge or implement in your life and things like that. Those can be reached with your, deep meditation and love and gratitude. These are the unspoken elements that need to be present. You cannot forcefully enter anywhere in those kind of domains. With gratefulness, deep gratitude, and loving heart, if you go there, you will gain maximum that type of knowledge and maximum type of things. And those some of the lokas, they are much, much beautiful and powerful and, magnificent than what you can see on the planet Earth. Where we have, how many colors we have? I think 256 tinge, color combinations, There are thousands and millions of colors. We won't even see those colors yet. The shades are different, completely. In our understanding, it may look brighter and all, but it's a multicolored thing. And that color is not limited to the unknown colors. Maybe there are many, many unknown colors. Anyway, this is one aspect. With beautiful loving, you can, experience that loving experience there. And people, one thing is not there, which is there, that is a selfishness. They are not selfish at all. Okay. Loving, caring, giving, all these things are there. So if you soul-wise, if you go there, have the direct experiences, you will have different types. So it's a much, much, what is called, say, extraordinary, whatever, even you cannot imagine that kind of experience you will have there. You can go on at your will. In your deep meditation, you can go there. That is a multi-dimensional experience. So you can go there in all levels, but the criteria is to go to that level, you have the cleanliness, all your lower, bodies and all levels of yourself first. That cleanliness of all that different levels of you, those are when they got clean and lit up, means no dark patches, no area of shades. Then that particular thing is called Antakaran Suddhi, like cleanliness on the multiple level. Physical, of course, and then mental, no thought. Emotion, emotion is completely under control. Equanimity. It doesn't get disturbed or moved. Even very bad thing happened or very, good thing happened into this life, maybe winning a lottery or something like that. No, nothing. Same. Okay. Emotionally balanced. That is equanimity. Okay. And also the karmic level has to be, all karmic thing has to be closed. Otherwise, if they can keep on pinching here and there, then your Antakaran Suddhi has not happened. You're still under the influence of the karma. You have to settle all those things first before you go to that level. Anyway, so that is a multi-dimensional awareness. From level, not only that, you have the ability to go into the future or the past lives and things like that. What will happen to the planet Earth and things like that. Everything is there. Yeah. Of course, one thing I should just tell that everything is known, everything can be seen, but only one thing you will not be able to get into, that is somebody else's future, somebody else's inner, like a inner world. You cannot enter. You can create one. You can create your own universe. But each one of us, internally, we can create our own universe. But we cannot enter somebody else's universe without their permission. The inner world, say universe, maybe it will be misleading. Inner world without their permission. How it is possible? If we know everything, omni-known was soul is saying that how come it cannot know but somebody else? Because we like say some country they issue the passport and they go everywhere on arrival they get a visa of any country in the world. Yeah. So suppose that, or you say it is a high level diplomatic passport or whatever you call it. I don't know. Maybe UN issue that kind of stuff. You can go to any country and so without visa you can land there, and on arrival you can get a visa and get into that thing. So that like that, getting into that enlightened mode or that kind of accessibility, access to all the truth, universal truth or Brahma Gyan, etc., knowledge of the past and all these things, fine. But like a person who has got the very powerful passport, he can go to any country, land up anywhere, spend any amount of days into that country. They also cannot enter somebody's house. House is the private property. Okay. Even though they're allowed to go into the country, but with the passport, you cannot get into somebody's house. For that, you have to take the permission of the owner of that house, even though you have the passport. But you are not allowed to enter somebody's house. Same here. Okay. You may be omni-known, all powerful, all everything. You have accessibility, all the lokas and all those things. Still, to find out somebody else's thing, that somebody says, suppose, can you tell me your future? I cannot, because that is your protected space, like your house. I cannot enter there. I can go around and I can have a feel of it. That's it, maximum. From outside, I can see, maybe it is this and that. But exactly what is happening, I don't know. So what is the way? Way is, you don't ask anyone. It is your higher self. No? You come to know how to get there yourself and get your first-hand experience. And that is the way to know. Okay. Not through somebody else. Even though somebody else is your guru or even some other master, it is your personal space that only you can know it fully. As I said, from outside, somebody can give you a glimpse or something, that is possible. Like you enter into some country with most powerful passport in the world, and you can go land there, stay there, and meet anybody you like, that's all fine. But with that, you cannot enter that unless until they permit you to get in there. So if rather than going into all this process, better you just be aware of yourself. So that is the best way to deal with it. All right. And the last one is like your Atma Vyapti is you have a complete understanding yourself, like soul consciousness. Shiva Vyapti is called the ultimate, the universal consciousness. You are aware of everything in the universe. So you have like whatever creator knows, you are aware of that. So that is called Shiva Vyapti state. That is the most expanded the awareness possible. And it is known as universal consciousness. In Sanskrit, it's called Shiva Vyapti. Yeah? That kind of, or if you literally terms, if you take what Lord Shiva's consciousness, you are having similar consciousness. Yeah? So that is the consciousness of the oneness, or the universal consciousness that you are experiencing directly, and nothing, all the levels, all the layers, all the dimensions, everything is known to you. Or if something is not known, instantly that can be known, because if your intention to know something, you will get to know that. That is the ultimate stage of awareness, and which is known as Shiva Vyapti in the Sanskrit. With this, I will conclude today's learning session. So if you have any question, that I'll be able to answer them. Meanwhile, let me save our attendance. So who of you like to ask questions? You can raise your hand first, then I will come to you. Okay, Rishi, go ahead.
I have like two questions. One is you mentioned about Sandhikal, that at the point where the breath turns, it converts oxygen into prana. But we also focus when we are breathing out, right? So,
Yeah.
so what? Because that time it's not oxygen. So,
Yeah.
what is that energy dimension?
Yeah. So I'm saying that understanding purposes. Okay. Understanding purposes, you consider the both the sandhika. Okay. They meet into one same corridor for the next dimension. It is just two sides of the same corridor or lobby. Okay. Then the higher dimension starts there. So whatever you feel comfortable, you use that. Effect is still same. Okay, use any sandhika where the breathing stops. That is where the energy exchange happens. Okay, so you can take any one of the point and preferably when breathing, but if you follow the breathe out also, that same thing will happen because they ultimately lead to the same place. Okay, what is the second question?
Second question is the last thing that you explained, universal consciousness about Shiva Vyapti. You're saying that whatever the creator knows, we know, but you also mentioned in the previous point that we will not be able to know someone else's story. So, what is the maximum that we can know? Basically,
No. I understood your question. See, the creator only given that power, the power of privacy, we call it a free will. Okay, because every soul has the purpose and they need to figure it out themselves. So from that, it is like this free will part has been given like a pure love of the creator. No, it is not that the creator cannot break in. It can. We have all the power. But it is like you are allocating one room for your child and say, I will not enter unless until you call me. Okay, that is an expression of pure love and given the authority so that they can manage their room the way that the child likes. You got my point. And that is why you cannot just enter. You only given. The creator only given all the power. Creator only given the space. But without permission, even the creator does not enter there. Okay, so that is how it is. Is it good, bad, or it doesn't matter? Okay, it is the way it is. So, in other words, if I need to know something about, say, your soul part of it, I need to take permission of your soul before I do it. Even the spiritual journey, whether you start or not, your soul decides. I cannot impose that you have to learn Kriya and do this practice and you have to, who am I? Okay. At the time of initiation, those who have initiated, maybe earlier initiated, they might have forgotten, but recently those who have initiated, you always see, before initiation, I ask this question, are you willing to get initiated? It is obvious, but still, why? Because it is, I have no authority to put somebody into the spiritual journey without permission of their soul. So that question is actually to their higher self, not to the physical body or mind. Then say yes, then only the further thing, this activation and initiation process goes further. Otherwise, it becomes limited to the physical, level or some breathing exercises, and that's it. Okay, it will not make any change. Original change comes into the other things. Where soul allows, only then any master can get in there, and when they invite you, okay, decorate my house and room, and then go and they do it. But without permission, it is not possible without knowledge, their knowledge, to do something. Okay.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you.
So to answer directly your question, what extent you can know everything except what is your private. If there is a combined, suppose past life somebody wanted to know, so then I can go to my past life. If there is any past life connection with me, I can tell, yes, that life we had. If no, I will not know. Okay.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you.
Okay. God bless you. Okay. Any other question? Yes, Chaitali. Chaitali, unmute and ask your question.
Sorry. Guruji, Pranam. Guruji, my question is the continuation of Shreyoji's question. Then what is astrology?
Okay, now that's a good question. Astrology is actually can tell you based on the different planetary position, what is your soul's plan? That is what your soul has planned in the life, and based on the time of the birth, when those planetary positions of certain configurations are there, if your soul choose to take birth at that particular point of time, with that combination, they can say that how it will program in your life. Like it is like an algorithm of some software program. That is a starting point, but it will also give you the opportunity to say that if the life, you say L in years, or L and then month and the date, if you put that parameters, it will give you what was the plan of your life in that particular time. Based on those planetary positions, because they affect our life. That only can give a prediction. It is our soul's plan only. Whether to happen or not, some of the things will happen irrespective of our effort. Some of the things we have to choose ourselves through our free will. Otherwise, it will not happen. So only thing, if we choose that to happen, only then it will go there. Suppose somebody, like to get a lottery of a particular time. I'm just giving for example. If the person out of free will doesn't buy a ticket of lottery, he will never get a lottery. Even though the chances were there as per the soul's plan. So think like that. So it is a plan, but whether it will happen or not, based on our free will and our willingness to go ahead and do many other things, what decision we take, based on that it will be implemented. But to answer your question, from the planetary position, the soul's plan of the individual, can be found out. So that is only a plan. And most likely those happens, but maybe sometime little bit here and there, the timing wise. But otherwise, they mostly happen, and the things will happen at the time of particular planetary configurations. So that can be predicted. That is what astrology is. So whatever you listen about you in the astrology, are they all correct? It depends on two factors. First factor is the accuracy of whatever information you given. Means your time of birth, date of birth, location of the birth, etc. If there is the basic, the data is not proper, then the prediction will not be proper. Second aspect is the quality of the person who is interpreting the data. Planetary positions, etc. The astrology is a science. It can tell about the plan of our individual plans for our lives, different phases, but it is heavily dependent on the person who is interpreting it. It is like a doctor. Some doctor can diagnose it well and then do the treatment. We get the benefit. Some of them are not so good doctor, and they keep on trial and error, and many things will, we may take long time to get cured from any disease or something like that. Same here with the astrologer. if somebody is not fully aware or many things, their understanding and interpretation is not good, then their interpretation may not be effective. We cannot see them. Even the science is there, the astrology can tell, but because of the interpretational error, something may lost in the translation, and whatever you final product you get, that particular prediction may not match. It is quite possible. In fact, most of the astrological predictions, they didn't happen because of this second reason. Because the person who is interpreting didn't take into many factors into consideration, only small part they have taken. So that only they give based on the prediction, based on that. That is not all. There are multiple things are there. So same issue, but in the different perspective, it changes. Yeah? So that perspectives are also important. So a very good astrologer, they take everything into consideration. So, and then they say this is going to happen. So their predictions are mostly, happen. But those some of the things when they, they do it from their limited understanding and the knowledge, most likely it will not happen. All right.
Yeah, thank you, Guruji. I have one more question.
Yes,
Guruji, you told that before, for example, you told that before initiation, you asked for permission. For permission from whom? Our higher self or our incarnated body?
We take from your incarnated body, but actually soul level, it goes to your soul. In other words, if your soul doesn't want to get initiated in that particular moment, on that particular guru or that particular method, etc., something will happen. They say, we'll think about it and let you know. Even the physical body is telling that, but the decision taken by the soul. Okay. So just by asking to the lower self, we get it. What is the, things happening, whose permission it is. Yeah. Suppose I'm giving another example. Suppose in the school, they are going to a school trip. And then the child wants to go to that trip. Yeah. So, but the parents, they said, no, you cannot go. It is too cold or too rainy season, or, it is not safe to go, or night stay outside home is not allowed, or whatever be the reason. The teacher will ask, are you willing to go? The child will say, no, I'm not interested to go. But the actual decision has been taken by the parents, not the child, right? Even though the child is telling, I'm not coming for that trip, but actual decision taken by his or her parents. Yeah. Same here. Even though your physical body is answering, but actual thing is coming from the soul.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Okay. God bless you. Yes, Dipannita.
Pranam, Rajdeep uncle. I was just thinking about the astrology question, and I was wondering, is something like a prediction of the future of this physical life, does that hinder or benefit? Because it almost feels like it takes away from being in the present moment, because you are thinking about some future prediction. So does that hinder spiritual growth?
No, it will move. Spiritual growth will move away anyway, whether you are aware of it or no. And to make it blunt, even if you know about it, you cannot do anything about it. Only it can be minimized, because if you come to know about something, there is also a purpose why you know certain things at the certain point of your life. That is also part of the whole narrative or the picture. Okay, it is not happening at the random. So there will be a reason why you are that particular thing in your life you come to know. Knowing means it can be multiple reasons. Means maybe you are going some direction, it is not your path. So you will know it will not happen. Some astrologer will tell you, okay, somebody likes to do, say, business, or somebody likes to do, say, a job. And your, whatever that astrological prediction is, you don't have that kind of, business in your future. Astrology will find it out and tell you that you don't have the prospect into the business, or if the person is diplomatic, he will say you have a better prospect in the job rather than business. So accordingly, you can take the decision. Even if after knowing this, you can still pursue the business, it's possible. But I call it is like a going in a river, there is a log, or boat, say. If you go with the flow, you need not to do anything. It will take you there, where the flow is going. But if you wanted to go what is not planned in the upstream, you will put a lot of struggle and effort to keep the boat in the other direction. You get exhausted, boat will not move, or even a move maybe little. Same thing happens if it is not in our soul's plan. We get a lot of resistance, unknown things comes around. It should not be, but it still comes. That is an indication that it is not the path. Nothing wrong with the path, but it is not for you. Okay, so that's why any kind of knowledge, we can use it in our advantage.
Understood.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, God bless you. Okay, Vani.
Pranam Guruji. I have one question regarding what you said about you have already reached the top of the mountain and you would be able to see everybody's path. So if I am going in a direction where I should not be, how do I know actually? Like, do I ask you? Like, I mean, when I ask you, like, that is something that I'm not sure. So.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. Your guru will tell you if the direction is not going towards the peak.
Okay.
Two things can happen, in fact, three things can happen. One thing, you can just stop. You say wastage of time. What's the point? Because I cannot see anything. It's like walking in the fog. You can stop. The guru can encourage you to keep walking because you are in the right direction.
Okay.
Only the timing may not happening as per your own imaginary stuff or expectation.
Okay.
So the one case. Second case, you start going back. You not only stop, you start going the reverse direction. Then your guru can tell you that this is not the path. You are going back. You are doing negative. It will never reach you to the peak.
Okay.
In this case, guru will intervene and correct you.
Okay.
It's guru's job actually.
Okay.
Okay. If you reversed. Third scenario is you deviated from the path. You're still walking, not stopped, not reversed either. You are deviated. In this case, normally what happens, guru will observe you for some time. Sometimes you just go and you felt a nice tree and get to check the flower and come back to the main path. Or go and sit down somewhere in a rock, again you come back. That is a possibility. In that case, the guru will only watch. Where is your movement? But if you keep on, it is called detour. Okay. If your detour is not coming back to the main route, again, guru intervenes and tell you, if this route will not take you to the peak, better you come back. And this is the way to come back.
Okay. I'm really glad to know that. I'm really glad to know that there will be always guidance. So.
Oh, yes. Obviously. Means, in other words, if you don't get intervention from the guru, you assume that you are walking in the right direction. No need to bother about it.
Okay.
Okay. Because as I mentioned in the earlier part of this today's session, everybody's path is unique.
Yes.
Some person reached to the peak in 1 year or 2 years or maybe 5 months. Doesn't matter that what time it took. You have chosen at soul level to go at certain. Maybe you have chosen to reach there by say 7 years. Because of whatever be the reason. You need to finish some karma or some other things on the way. So as long as you in the right direction, you will reach there eventually.
Okay.
But any kind of shortcut, any kind of smartness will not work. Okay. In this case, it will be counterproductive. So then, Guru is basically encouraging you or, sending you message maybe indirectly, Most of the cases, what happens that people, we call it a lagan mein agan hona chahiye. Man, you need to be passionate about walking. Sometimes what happens, people get tired and they are not, this passion level goes down. So time to time, indirectly, the Guru will give many other things like, like a satsang like this, or, opportunity to meet or re-energize, like, we do camp and things like that. Physically, you see your Guru and be into that. So it gets auto-corrected. You need not to find out where the problem is. Okay. You get, boost of your spiritual journey automatically. So this thing, but of course you have a free will. You said the benefit and loss way and fine, I take not to do, and then it cannot be done. Then the Guru need to wait till whatever time it takes. Yeah.
Okay.
That is possible. But as long as your direction is not deviated or stopped, Guru will not interfere. No. He'll observe, fully aware where it is, how much it is, and all these kind of things. But Guru will just give you the encourage to move forward. Keep going. That's all.
Thank you so much, Guruji.
Okay. God bless you. Okay, Roy.
Asdeep, referring to the, this discussions we had regarding astrology. How is this Akashic records based? How do we see that? I mean, not reading Akashic records, but knowing about a soul, your own soul, if anybody else's soul, if you want to read the Akashic records.
See, Akashic record is a record of your soul's journey, basically. So from what is the soul's purpose and different evolution of the different lifetimes, it has got that. And different lifetimes, what happens is the life ends, but all informations are stored. And this particular information is, it is called Sutratma. Okay, where it is stored. Sutratma means the thread which links between multiple Atmas of your incarnation, not Atma, same Atma, different incarnations. It's called Sutratma. So your Akashic record, basically the Sutratma, whatever life already happened, that is a record of that, and future plans are there in even multiple lives. So astrology normally limited to one lifetime, current lifetime. And your Akashic record is your soul's journey. Everything is stored there. And the level, basically it is the causal body, cause of everything. In some lifetime, what happens, you need to settle in this lifetime. All are recorded, and based on that, the lives are designed. So that is how it is. But Akashic record, basically you can say your soul's blueprint. If something has already happened, then it is a record. And if it has not happened, that is a plan of your soul progressing and what level and things like that.
So you mean to say there is a projection of your soul's journey?
Oh yes, available.
Okay.
Your soul knows everything, including what are the future lifetimes, if at all, happen. If they don't happen, then what is the condition that it will not happen? What is the condition that this will be your last life? Hence, your enlightenment, normally it is possibility comes in, they call it 7 lifetimes. Any one of the 7 you can get enlightened. Based on your free will, how much effort you put, how much sadhana you give, how much you follow the Guru Tattva, not the person. Guru is not the person, it's the Guru Tattva you need to follow. So how much you are following, and that will give you that progress, and maybe earlier than that you can get these things. But for us, the good news is, if you have come to know the name of Babaji in this lifetime, whatever means, who told you doesn't matter. if you come to know about Babaji, definitely this lifetime is earmarked for your enlightenment. Otherwise, we'll never know.
Great.
Babaji's name. Forget about his teaching and coming to know somebody, some live master who can convey the message and pass on the message and things like that. Never. Okay. And in today's world, like 99% of people, they don't know. And it is not possible for them to have this kind of opportunity. Okay.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Regarding, raising our awareness, means the awareness which you discussed today.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we, visit, like Mahakumbh is going on. So if we go and be in Mahakumbh, where I believe there is very high astral energy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So does it really help in, accelerating your awareness knowledge?
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah. So going to the Shakti Sthal, it helps. Going with your own master magnifies it. Okay. So this kind of thing. So, but also it is important after going there, what you do with it. Okay. Some people, because they go there, but they cannot handle that kind of energy. Yeah. So you need to have somebody who can be there in case it goes some area, some domain which is not in the right domain beyond your capacity. Some master will be able to control it and hold it for you. This also applicable for the fire kriya and water kriya we do. Yeah? It is not that physical exercise. Okay. If somebody has got into some effect from that, the master should be present to control that. It is not to chant some mantra and give some, the wood into the fire. It is not master's job.
Yeah.
Master's job is there to be with you in case that something goes wrong, then he will be able to control in case of emergency. In my time in the Karmakshala, etc., I have seen people getting fainted on the swimming pool. They cannot handle so much release of energy and all those kind of things, and many spiritual practices that we even do. Some of the things we are told don't teach others. Yeah? Like say Kriya and this kind of thing, we tell that don't teach others. It doesn't mean that it is our business secret we don't want to tell anyone. It's not that. The thing is, if you tell someone and they're doing it and then they fall into this kind of thing, there are many things, in the energetic thing, many black issues, magics and things like that, or some error can happen. It would be counterproductive. Yeah, that time we should be able to hold that and control that. Yeah. That is why it is needed. Otherwise, if everything goes routine, it's all fine. No? It's like become the big boss of a company. Everything goes fine and profit is coming. The boss has nothing to do. But if the company start making losses and they need to take hard decisions, what to do, what not to do, how many people to fire or what alliance has to begin, then the skill of the boss comes, not during normal operations. Okay.
Right. I must say that all the fire kriyas and water kriyas which I have attended with you have been very, very enjoyable. I haven't done those kriyas on my own or with anybody else, only with you. But every time which I have done in Dubai or in India, recently in Indore camp, very, very enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish you had a camp during Kumbh.
Yeah, there was some discussion, but then we dropped it. Even though I'll be visiting Delhi next week, but the Mahakumbh, it is actually once in 144 years, this one. Yeah. So in Prague, but later on we dropped the idea because it didn't, come across to that level, or spiritually speaking, I haven't got the permission from Babaji. So we didn't go ahead with that. In future, yes, we can, but saying so, we can energetically connect. It not necessarily have to physically go there and sit there. Okay. You can actually, we can connect, and during our sessions, during meditation, etc., we'll do that. We'll connect that the Mahakumbh, and we will get that thing in one of our sessions.
Great. Very happy to know that. Great.
Yes, we'll do that. But what I'm saying is, it's not necessarily that you have to physically travel there, and only if you stay night in the tent and before sunrise and go and dip in the river, only then it will happen. It is not like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. God bless you.
Thank you.
So now who is next? Indranil.
Hi, Raji.
Yes.
Raji, see, at some point you had mentioned that the early advent of a soul is from minerals, correct?
Yes.
Now, is that the reason that minerals play such a prominent role in astrology, like Nila and all these things? Is that the reason?
See, yes and no. Okay. The no means that we came from the mineral. That not necessarily mean that is what we have to use for something in this lifetime to correct. It is not the direct correlation. Okay. We did. That is a fact. Our soul journey, we started from mineral in planet Earth. Mineral or metal, mineral kingdom. Yeah.
Right.
But astrologically, when any stone or something is given, their purpose is little different. It has nothing to do with our origin of our soul.
Okay.
What happens is, each and every crystal, stone, or this kind of things, they can have something like a filtering effect. Suppose in the sunlight, if you put a red color glass, so whichever sunlight after passing through that glass, the color of that light will be red.
Right.
Means only it will allow the red, rest it will block, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what scientifically it means. So each and every those crystals have those kind of properties. It allows certain vibration and stop rest.
Okay.
Normally what happens is, we are made of these 5 elements and the different kind of vibrational thing. Our physical body will also vibrate at a certain level in the natural state. In that case, suppose some of the vibration is missing in our constitution. We don't have it simply because we are all unique. It is not necessarily everything we have. But it is possible that we need that to achieve a certain goal, or some area we get impacted badly. We need to correct. If we correct that particular vibration, then it will get corrected on its own.
Okay.
So what they do, astrologers, they select which are the gem or the crystal which pass through that vibration which your body needs. Like a missing or gap.
Right.
And you will see that any, normally you ask, it is the ring of Dharan. Dharan means astrologers or some master has given. Not only astrologer, masters also have knowledge of this. Okay. Not all the master having same knowledge, they use the different techniques, but some of the master use even that astrology. Yeah. So what it does is, you will see if there is a ring or a locket or anything, you will see the backside is open.
Correct.
Means if there is a ring, bottom part there is, suppose it's a gold ring, bottom part gold plate is not there.
Yes.
Okay. The reason is, from outside the light or energy can come, go through that crystal, it will filter out what is not needed and allow only what is needed, and that will reach your body and reach your cell. Through your body cell, all over the body, through bloodstream, it will go.
Okay.
That is the idea.
Okay.
So it is only the missing frequency it will provide by that crystal, and that is we call dharan, ki Anubhuti, or whatever. That's what. Yeah.
So in effect, does it mean that the soul's path or the soul's journey or fate can be altered with this?
Oh yes, not altered, minimized. Impact will be minimized. Yeah. Because if you have that vibration, you will basically meet that. This is the astrological way, but spiritual way is little different. Spiritual way is you go and increase your vibration irrespective of your problems. Okay.
Right. Correct.
When you your, whatever vessel is topped up, full. Whatever small pockets here and there, bubble will go out and you will be full with that. So it will automatically remove any problem you might have.
Okay.
It doesn't go into a specific point to correct. Like this Ongati goes to a specific point of your life to correct. Means if you have a multiple points, area which is deficiency, they will give you more rings or locket and tabij and things.
Yes.
Because those many areas you need some additional energy or additional frequency to get in. Yeah. But spiritually means all in one. Okay.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. God bless you. Dibendu, go ahead.
Yeah. And namaskar. The thing is, I will be in Kumbh Mela on 26th and 27th February. So I need
this time I'm not going. I'll be there.
Yeah, but I need your guidance actually. Prior going there, I will contact you. Basically, how to. I mean, especially to get the energy and all. I am not so keen on having shower because there will be crores of people there every day, maybe 2 crore, and that will be a Shahi Snan date. So
yes.
I need your guidance on the other side, whether I have to go to some akhada and all this.
No need. Yeah. See, what I'm just telling you right now, what you need to do, you find one place there, the spot, the Prayag. Okay. But any spot, and preferably natural one, like below a tree or a field or something, or river bank, anywhere. So, and you sit there and you meditate. Okay, meditate facing towards the east. Okay, you meditate there as long as you feel comfortable, and that will be enough to get that energy into your system. Ritual and everything, it is up to your satisfaction. It is not really necessary.
I'm not so keen on having shower and all because it will be,
you can skip that. No issues with
hygienically, it will not be really,
Yeah. So you can skip that. But what you need, if you go to that place, it is Shakti Sthal. Okay. So that will be certain planetary positions, certain that particular place, and presence of so many, different, the high vibrational people, the sadhus and saints and all those things. So that will create that vibration there. So that you can feel that. So only by absorbing method is go there and meditate.
Okay. That is
no other ritual is necessary. As I said, if you wish to go and do that puja, this puja, watch Aarti and visit some akhara, nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. God bless you. Yeah, Dipannita.
Pranam Rajdev uncle, very quickly I wanted to ask, actually I don't know anything about Mahakumbh, so I wanted to ask you what is it? What is the spiritual significance of it?
Okay. Actually that spiritual significance, it is a event like of some, you can say the Hinduism. So where all the Hindus, sannyasis and all they meet once in 12 years. And it has done in 4 different places in India in turn. This time it is happening in a place called Prayag in near, I think, Allahabad. So 3 river meets there, Triveni Sangam. That's what they call, and it's very high energy spot. So, and it happens like sometime happens is after 6 years, it's half Ardha Kumbh, and this is called Purna Kumbh. And Kumbh literally means it is like a vessel. Kalash in Sanskrit Kumbh, but in Hindi they call Kalash, in Bengali they call Kolshi. Okay, where we put the water. The Kumbh literally means that the water pot. And those are the 4 places. I think Prayag is one, then Haridwar. So near Haridwar, we will do our next camp, which is Rishikesh. So we'll do that one camp there. then Nasik, and then Ujjain, what we visited. Our Mahakaleshwar temple, next to that there is Shipra River, the bank of the Shipra River, it happens there. Yeah. So there are 4 places, normally happens in turns. So, but this Mahakumbh is this once in 12 years. Now there are different theories why these 4 places. Okay. And in the Ganga Sagar also, half Kumbh Mela also it happens. So there is a lot of versions, and none of the version is verified, and I cannot confirm the truth or not, but it's a mythology. Mythology is a myth. What was the myth was at the time of, they call Samudra Manthan, like that. It was like the sea was the churning and that the mountain was there, and then the big snake at it, which is put the churning of the sea to get the Amrit, to get immortality. So then who got the Jatayu? The Narayan's, the Bahan, Jatayu got that. He was traveling, flying with that Kumbh, and 4 spots, some drop from the Kumbh, the drop has put it onto the ground. And those spots are these 4 spots. And that become the energy centers. This is a mythology. Okay. This is one understanding. Another understanding, why this place and why this time? That happens on a particular planetary positions. And I think it happens because of the Jupiter. Jupiter, there, like Earth is one revolve around the sun 1 year, but the Jupiter is once in 12 years. So that's why it happens once in 12 years. So, and it is having other nakshatra and other kind of things. So that is you can say the significance, one of the major festival of the Hinduism or Sanatan Dharma. It happens from years, hundreds of years this is happening. Okay. So that is you can say that is the significance. Okay. All right. Okay. So with this, we'll conclude today's session. We'll just do some Om chanting and Shanti part. Then that will be the end of our session today. Om. 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 Sarvesham swastirvavatu. Sarvesham shantirvavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Mangalam. That completes our session.